is Wednesday, March 20, 9 a.m. right now, and I decided to finish trading for the day. Typically, I do want to stop trading by around this time to maybe a half an hour from now. But considering that today is a FOMC day, just not a lot of price movement today. I am working off of some larger tick charts today, and so very limited price movement. I was able to lock in one trade. When I woke up this morning knowing it was FOMC day, I did have a thought to myself of, just be prepared for no trades potentially, or maybe only one trade. And so when I did get my one trade, it was very early on in my session, and I was happy to get it. And there was another opportunity later on in the day that I can talk about on a different chart, but I'll get there when I get there. But I did get the one trade. PA6 got the winner, and I copy traded to evaluation 35 on that trade. So $77 profit on the PA account and 113 on the evaluation. So that makes things, heading in the right direction for PA6 now. Back in some profit there. And unfortunately, no trades for PA2 or PA7, which fell under the starting balance yesterday on the loss I took on it. Evaluation 35, I've now dug out of the hole that I was in, and I have it above starting balance, and I'm right at about $2,000 in drawdown. So this account was down to about five or 600 in drawdown left after the last loss it took. So I've done a good job bringing that one back by copy trading it on the backs of other trades or other accounts. And yesterday I did have this account renew last night at midnight. So it renewed for the 80% off. And so this was a previously blown account. So now it's reset to the starting balance and starting drawdown. And this one as well renewed last night at the same time. I could have probably pushed and tried to pass it before the renewal, but I figure, I'm just going to play it safe and keep trading within my system. So it's still going to take a few more trades to get there. And now I have a full month, so the pressure's off, and I could just trade these normally. So really, everything's in fine shape. I think this account comes back sometime next week, and I'm very close to passing as well evaluation 31 within a trade or two minimum, and I'll be there. So all is well and looking good. 80% discount still being run with the 1 day pass on the evaluations for Apex. You could use this code or any other if you're looking to pick up some evaluations. That's running till March 27th. And you can always check out my live stream every day between roughly 10 a.m. East Coast till 12:30, which is 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time is when I start. Around that time typically. And anyone that wants to like and subscribe, I appreciate it. Let's get into what I do and how I did today. All right, so when I started my day, it took me a little while to find four charts. How I start my day is every day I look for four different size tick charts for the NQ. And what I'm looking for is second entries, where every second entry since the open of the session works for my profit target. And if I can find charts where every single entry is working, those are the charts that I'm looking to trade. And so I got my stream up. It was probably just after 7 o'clock, somewhere right in here. One of these bars is probably around the time where I was on. The stream got started. And as you can see here, it didn't take too long before my first trade. What I liked about this trade, let's see, I entered the trade at 7:12. So I was on stream for, 15 minutes or less before, definitely less than 15 minutes before I got my first trade. It turned out to be the only trade of the day, but we had a big push down, and I saw first entry, second entry. And what I liked about it, it was off the EMA and off of the previous day close. And that's a new rule that I've been adding into the way I'm trading. For a little while there, a few weeks ago, I was trading with no rules, and just every second entry I was taking them on winning charts. But I noticed that I was starting to pick up losses in certain key areas, which actually reinforces this trade, because I wouldn't want to take a long into the previous day close, but taking a short off of it, using it as the resistance that it appears to be here. As you can see, it played as a little bit of support here, and then it went through, and then it played as resistance and played as resistance again. So took this trade. It worked out. It did give me a little bit of a scare. The one thing that my analytical mind says I didn't like about it in terms of the price action was just all these bars stacked up. And so it seemed like if I was going to get caught in a trap, that was likely a place where it could happen. And if you look at this bar, after I entered one tick below this bar, what happened immediately after was this started going against me all the way up here. And I started thinking to myself, oh man, maybe I got caught. Maybe I got caught. And if you check out my live stream, you'll hear me saying, oh, I don't know, maybe this won't work out. But I don't mess with it. I had faith in my system. I did check to see where this swing high was, just to see if I needed to move it to above this bar. But they turned out to be the same height, or the top of the bar was the same place. So I left my stop where it was, willing to take the loss if it came and got me. But all it did was it went up almost exactly to the previous day close line, got rejected from it again, and then sent it back down to give me my profit target. Was hoping to get a little bit more than 9 ticks, but I'll take what I can get. And so that was copied on the 2 accounts, the PA6 and the evaluation 35. And let's see, not too long after, let's see, there was another bar. I didn't consider taking this trade, but there was a first entry, second entry long. If you see, if you count this as a first entry long there, and then don't do a reset, and you could count this potentially as a second entry long. But I wasn't considering this just because there could have been a reset, but also it was trading right into my new rule. I won't trade along right into the previous day close. So that was not a trade I could consider, as well as here there was a first entry long, and then right above this bar, it actually ticked for a second entry long right there. And I wasn't willing to consider that trade because it was not enough room going right into the previous day close as well. And that actually kept me from a loser. And this same trade happened on 2 of my charts. So at this point, I lost 2 of my charts and couldn't trade anymore on those 2. And let's see, not long after that, there was on, let's see, I'm going to show this. On this chart, there was a first entry short here and a second entry short below this bar. And this was the same kind of idea here where I wasn't willing to even consider taking a short there. I forget if I was taking a break here or not and saw this after the fact, but I think that's what happened. I think I was taking a break, a couple minute break during my live stream, and this triggered. And I came back and saw it and realized, well, I wouldn't have taken this for the same reason. It would have been going short right into the EMA and the previous day close. And so I would have stayed out of that trade as well. It would have saved me from another loss there. And so then at the end of the day, I was really just down to one chart, which wasn't too much different from this one. But you'll see there was no second entry short that happened here. And so I was on this chart, and I was waiting to see what happened here because I was considering if a second entry short happened off of the previous day high, this red line, I could have taken a short off of that. And I was watching it on this bar. And when this bar closed like right on the line, I was like, okay, well, I'm still watching when a bar closes like at the line, whether I can take it for like a short in this case, if it triggers below. So I was watching for that. And then what happened was this bar started shooting up. And so I'd already decided, I'm just observing these situations if it triggered below here. So I wasn't going to take the trade. And what happened was this bar shot up. It looked like it was breaking out of this area, but then it failed and came back in and engulfed. And that's where my entry would have been on the engulfing. But I had already ruled out taking a trade at that point. And this is probably a good trade. It's directly off the resistance of the previous day high, which is a level I want to take a short off of in this case. And there was room from the engulfing to the EMA, also to the bottom of these candles and to the previous day close. So this was probably a trade I really should have taken and could have taken, and that would have given me my second win of the day. And so I really could have taken that trade. I should have taken it probably, but like I said, I had already ruled it out. And because today was an FOMC day, I had already decided, I'm going to be okay with one trade today if that's all I get. And that's just kind of how it worked out. So, you know, I don't feel too bad about it. I'm actually happy with my one trade today. Today could have easily been a no trade day on these kinds of FOMC days. Everyone's waiting for the news, and you know, it is what it is. So I'm happy with that. I'm now 6-1 for the week, 86%, and 141 wins and 33 losses for the year, 81%. And so things are looking good, and still on my way to hitting my targets and my goals here. Just going slowly, and inch by inch, I'll get there sooner or later. So thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the content I'm putting out. I'm just following my journey, and it's kind of like a living diary, of a trading diary of my journey so far. So like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll be back at it tomorrow live streaming. And my live streams are always left up. You can go back and look at how these trades played out in real time. Where's my trade? There it is. So, all right. Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're having a good trading day. Good luck with the FOMC, and I'll see you tomorrow.